Gravitation. Newton's universal law of gravitation. Many other considerations, including the Kepler's law, led Newton to formulate his theory of universal gravity. The theory says every object in the universe attracts every other object with a definite force. The figure shows two objects with masses m1 and m2 kept at a distance d from each other. Mathematically, the gravitational force of attraction between these two bodies can be written as F is directly proportional to m1 m2 upon d square, or F is equal to g into m1 m2 upon d square. The force F is directly proportional to the product of masses of the two objects, and it is inversely proportional to the square of the distances between them. Here, g is the constant of proportionality, and it is called as universal gravitational constant. The value of g was first experimentally measured by Henry Cavendish. In SI units, its value is 6.673 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. The law also means that if the mass of one object is doubled, then the force between the two objects is also doubled. If the two bodies are spherical, the direction of the force is always along the line joining the center of two bodies, and the distance between the center is taken to be d. Now the question is, why did Newton assume inverse square dependence on distance? And the answer is, he was helped by the Kepler's third law. If we consider m as the mass of the object, v as its speed, and r as its radius, then the force F is equal to mv square by r. The gravitational force is much weaker than the other forces in nature, but it controls the universe and decides its future. This is possible because of the huge masses of planets, stars, and other constituents of the universe. So, let us see a small example. Jai and Viru are sitting at a distance of 1 meter from each other. Their masses are 75 kg and 80 kg respectively. What is the gravitational force between them? So, R is equal to 1 meter, m1 is equal to 75 kg, m2 is equal to 80 kg, and g is equal to 6.673 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Then, according to the Newton's law, F is equal to g m1 m2 upon r square, that is 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 7 into 75 into 80 upon 1 square n, which gives us 4.002 into 10 raised to minus 7 Newton. So, the gravitational force between Jai and Viru is 4.002 into 10 raised to minus 7 Newton. Acceleration due to the gravitational force of the Earth. The Earth attracts every other object near it towards itself because of the gravitational force. The center of mass of the Earth is situated at its center, so the gravitational force on any object is directed towards the center of the Earth. Because of this, an object falls vertically downwards on the Earth. The Earth attracts Moon towards itself, but unlike the falling apple, the Moon does not fall on the Earth. Why? This is because of the velocity of the Moon and the satellites along their orbits. If this velocity was not there, they would have fallen on the Earth. Now, we know that the Earth exerts gravitational force on the object near it. According to the Newton's second law of motion, a force acting on the body results in its acceleration. Thus, the gravitational force due to the Earth on the body results in its acceleration. This is called acceleration due to the gravity, and it is denoted by g. Acceleration is a vector. As the gravitational force on any object due to the Earth is directed towards the center of the Earth, the direction of the acceleration due to the gravity is also directed towards the center of the Earth, that is vertically downwards. Value of g on the surface of the Earth. We can calculate the value of g by using the Newton's universal law of gravitation for an object of mass m situated at a distance r from the center of the Earth. The law of gravitation gives F is equal to g capital N small m upon r square, where capital M is the mass of the Earth. F is equal to mg. So, from the 3 and 4 equations, mg is equal to gm m upon r square. By substituting the values, g is equal to 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 into 6 into 10 raised to 24 upon 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 the whole square gives 9.77. This acceleration depends only on mass m and radius r of the earth, and so acceleration due to gravity at a given point on the earth is same for all the objects. It does not depend upon the properties of the object. Variation in the value of g. Variation happen in three ways. First, change along the surface of the earth. Second, change with height. Third, change with depth. Now let's talk about mass and weight. We often think mass and weight means the same, but they are different. Mass is the amount of matter present in the object. The SI unit of mass is kg. Mass is a scalar quantity. Its value is same everywhere. The weight of an object is defined as the force with which Earth attracts object. The force F of an object of a mass m on the surface of the Earth is returned by using the equation weight. W is equal to F is equal to mg, where g is equal to gm upon r square. Weight being a force, its SI unit is Newton. Also, the weight being a force, it's a vector quantity and its direction is towards the center of the Earth. As the value of g is not same everywhere, weight of an object changes from place to place, though its mass is constant everywhere. Thank you for watching this video and keep watching the Academic Squad.